And hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's so great to see you all in chat. Goodness gracious. Y'all, if we don't need much of an excuse to celebrate Star Wars, right? So it has been a pleasure to celebrate May the 5th or May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. A little bit late, but May the 4th be with you all. Um, all the posts have been so much fun on Facebook, Instagram, watching everybody's posts. It's been just a ton of fun. And Revenge of the Fifth, um, most fans go with Revenge of the Fifth. There is some controversy about that as to whether it's Revenge of the Sixth. Now, I always go with Revenge of the Fifth because that's what most of the fan sites hang with. But we'll talk about that a little bit. It's great to see you, Ann. Mandy, good to see you. As always, great to see you. Keith, wow. You are getting closer and closer. It's always great to have a countdown. Welcome in. Alex, greetings and salutations from you, Charlie and Lily. Hey, it's great to see you guys. So great to see you guys in chat. Um, let's see, Tina, an AT-AT. Yeah, it's an AT-AT officially. Uh, for all Star Wars trivia and serious questions, consult Wikipedia. That's with two E's, Wikipedia. And yes, it is a thing. So, but yeah, it's great to see you guys. Dean, welcome in. Dean just got finished with a great Star Wars um, themed live stream himself, and I was able to pop in for just a few minutes. So thanks for having me on. I'm so sorry to hear that, Alex. I'm sorry to hear that Lily's not feeling well. Bless her heart. Well, that's fine. Poor baby. I hope she gets to feeling better soon. Um, but yeah, thanks to everybody for being in here. Congratulations again, Dean, on 4 years on YouTube. Dean was live from Magic Kingdom today, so be sure and check out that live stream. And then he was live just a few minutes ago for uh, his regular weekly program. Um, Also, thanks so much to everyone who joined us for the pilgrimage parade in Jefferson on Saturday. Jefferson, Texas has was 78th annual pilgrimage festival that they do every year, and it's just wonderful. They have craft booths, and they have the Diamond Bessie murder trial play there. They had the pilgrimage parade. They do Civil War reenactments. It's just really just a wonderful festival. A lot of the guests and a lot of the locals dress in like period, costumes, just beautiful. So if you joined us for the pilgrimage parade, we live streamed that. Thank you. And if you didn't, you can be on Team Replay for it. So tons of fun there. Again, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And beware Revenge of the Fifth. William will be in just a little bit later. So, and we're going to talk Star Wars, guys. Saying at. Okay, you're saying at Tina or AT. uh, yeah, it was a great stream this morning. It was. Let me catch up in chat here, guys. Yeah. Alex, oh, hey, Miss Najuma. Welcome in. Always so great to see you. We have been getting, Alex, we've been getting storms most of the day. Yes. We've gotten heavy rain. It's not storming at the moment, but we did get a lot of pretty heavy storms early. Supposed to get them on and off through the night, and then maybe maybe into tomorrow. So, but we're kind of hanging in there. Nothing, no high winds or anything. a few strikes of lightning and some pretty heavy rain. I'm not sure how much we got. I haven't checked the rain gauge, but we've been right in that band that you can see moving across Texas. We sure have. Um, let's. So Mandy has a new suggestion there for Dean. New channel name. Yeah, it was a good day to do it. It was a good day. Got some weather. Neighbor is building an ark. I think that might be a good idea for us too, Tina. Um, I think that at this point we've gotten so much rain. I feel like that might be a good option down here. Charlie was watching Storm Chasers today. Yeah, yeah. It's we've got a lot of water, which is good because it gets so hot here in Texas during August, the month of August, that it's good for the water table, to get that water table up. Get that water table. I want some. Good to get that water table up so that it's we have it good and high for August, because it gets hot and dry in August in Texas. So, Tina, are you a green milk person? William should be in here shortly, guys. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of Disney history, and then we will get into. I've got some things, just some random things that I pulled out to show you some of our souvenirs, and it's not nearly all the collection. These are just the things that I could lay my hands on. Oh, Florida needs rain. But while we wait for William, let's go ahead and do this day in Disney history. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. 1969, Imagineers Roger Broggie and Earl Vilmer, a railroad superintendent with over 20 years' experience, arranged for the purchase of 5 railroad engines and miscellaneous spare parts from the United Railways of Yucatan, Mexico. These will be shipped to the Tampa Ship Repair and Dry Dock Company, rebuilt, and later used for Disney's new Florida theme park. The Mexican government originally opposed the idea of Disney buying its railroad technology. A law on the books forbade the export of the equipment, but since the engines were originally built in Pennsylvania and later imported to Mexico, the law did not apply. Interesting bit of trivia there about the Walt Disney World Railroad. So permission was granted to buy and move the equipment to Florida. Interesting. Skipping all the way forward to 1990, The Muppets at Walt Disney World airs on NBC TV as an episode of The Magical World of Disney. While visiting Kermit's family in a Florida swamp, the Muppets discover that they are right next door to Disney World and sneak in. The cast includes Charles Grodin as a security guard, a young Raven Simone who sings Rainbow Connection, and CEO Michael Eisner. It will turn out to be the last Muppets special that creator Jim Henson would work on, as he suddenly passed away 10 days later. Wow. And as you know, Muppets 3D will close in the Muppets courtyard there very soon. Really sad about that. That was actually the last project, the last major project that Jim Henson designed. I'm sure y'all know that by now, because it's drawn a lot of attention since it's going to close to make way for the Monsters Inc. area that they want to put there. But yeah, interesting bit of trivia. 1991, the Walt Disney Company becomes part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Interesting. I had no idea that it wasn't until 91 that Disney went up on the stock market. That's interesting. 2016, moving forward, Captain America Civil War, produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures, is released in the U.S. So political interference in the Avengers activities causes a rift between former allies Captain America, played by Chris Evans, and Iron Man, played, of course, by Robert Downey Jr. The cast also includes Scarlett Johansson, Elizabeth Olsen, Sebastian Stan, um, Paul Rudd, Jeremy Renner, Tom Holland, Emily Van Camp, and Don Cheadle. So, yeah, Civil War was tough for me to watch.
Uh-huh.
I had. Good to see you. Civil War was a hard one for me to watch. I think I've watched that twice. Maybe I had trouble with Civil War. I don't like for there to be. I don't like for there to be. Oh, Alex, I won't get you started. Oh my. But hey, hon, how
Hey,
are
hey, everybody, doing well? How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm surrounded by a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff here that I was gonna show tonight.
Hey,
Oh, thanks, Tina. Hey, to my sisters, Joy and Susan. Um, remember when Mater and Lightning McQueen went to do funny tractor tipping? Probably one of the cutest scenes I've ever seen in a Disney movie. That was adorable. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Did I? Let's see. Yeah, we're talking about. Okay, yeah, we're going to talk about Eisner. Oh my, we could talk for a while about Disney CEOs. That's for sure. But we're here tonight. We're here to just go ahead and get into. That was the last of the Disney trivia. Let's talk just a little bit of Star Wars tonight, and do a little trivia. I've got some things, some things to show you. Oh, Dane. Oh no, we don't want Chapek back. we no, definitely don't want Chapek back. Iger has not been good. Iger, chapter 2 has not been good, but we sure don't want Chapek back.
yeah.
He was not good at the helm of Disney. Let's see. Just looking over here, y'all. We talked a little bit about this on Dane's channel tonight. Star Wars and y'all know how much women I love Star Wars. We've done more, Star Wars live streams, discussion on Star Wars than anything other than just straight Disney.
Yeah.
I think am I right in saying, William, that the I guess really Galaxy's Edge really kind of lit that fire again, pun intended.
Yeah.
With us.
Well, I mean, Galaxy Edge helped, but for sure for me it was the Mandalorian.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, kicking off Disney Plus, I can remember the folks having trouble getting into watch Disney Plus. And I can remember
Yes.
the night that it dropped, I got in and watched the first episode of The Mandalorian. I was all in immediately.
Yeah.
I was fired up about it. A lot of people couldn't even get in, and I got in and watched that first episode, and I was thrilled.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, it really was. Jason, hey, good to see you.
Welcome in.
Well, what I was going to say, what year was it, William? What year was it when we went? And my memory is shot tonight because it's past 2:00 and I'm a morning person. The year that we went and stumbled into the special thing where they blew up Star Tours and
Google will spot me. Hold on a second. It's the last tour to Endor.
Last tour to Endor. That's what it was called. Last tour to Endor, y'all, was
it was 2010.
A special. 2010.
Yes,
Okay, so it was.
Star Wars Celebration took place in Orlando that year.
Mhm. It did.
And yeah, actually, there's an 8-minute video of the closing of the ride where Darth Vader had Boba Fett blow it up.
We should definitely look because we were standing there. We were in the
Yeah,
crowd
yeah,
when that happened. So it was the first time we'd ever
yeah.
done an after hours ticketed event, a
Pretty,
special ticket
was pretty
event.
awesome.
It really was, and
Welcome in,
we
Robert
talked
Bright.
about we basically stumbled into that,
Yeah,
William.
it was pure dumb
Um,
luck.
it was. It was. It was. Yeah, 10 points to Gryffindor for each of us for pure dumb luck. We did. We stumbled into it, and we thought about it, and we what it was. The tickets were what, $65 a
I
piece.
don't know.
I think they were like 65 a piece or something.
Yeah.
And you said, I don't know, Mom. You said we've already paid to get in here, and it's a
Well,
lot
Adam
to.
was tired. We asked Adam if he wanted to hang
We
around,
did.
and your
We did.
feet
And
were
he was
shot
tired.
because it was like, I think it was the tail end of the trip,
It
and
was.
so your feet were shot. But we had the
Yeah.
best time. People had the coolest outfits.
Yes.
We were probably a football field away from George Lucas and Anthony.
Yeah.
It was Anthony Daniels,
Yes.
the C-3PO
Yes. Yes.
actor. But
Yeah.
they had a big, or I guess
Oh, we were closer than that. We were
yeah,
closer than
there
that
was
because
a
it was
show
it was
there
at the
that took
Indiana
place.
Jones
Yeah, in the
amphitheater.
yeah,
Mhm. And yeah, but he was there. Now, Mark Hamill, they had invited some of the other
yeah,
cast members, but George Lucas and Anthony Daniels actually did show up, which everybody just loved.
yeah.
I would dearly love to have seen Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, or Mark Hamill, of course, but it was really neat because we have seen Anthony Daniels and George Lucas as well. So
Yeah, super cool.
it was really an amazing evening, especially with all of the people from the convention just flooded in,
That was
into
awesome.
the park.
So we didn't, we were already at Hollywood Studios that day and decided to hang around. And again, pure dumb luck.
But there were billboards. There was
yeah,
a billboard as you went in. It said "Last Tour to Indoor," and we thought,
that's how we found out about it.
Right.
And
Yes.
just happened to be at Hollywood Studios that day. And Adam and Dad went home and we hung around. And the first thing that happened was, were they dressed up as Anakin, or were they dressed up as Luke? We came across somebody
Anakin.
who
Anakin.
entered. That we were in the all old Hollywood section of Hollywood Studios, and I can't remember, maybe it had just come out of a store or something, and we ran into somebody dressed up as Anakin, and you took a picture of them because you thought they were a cast member.
We asked him if we could take a picture with him because I thought they were. I was telling the story on Dane's stream because we thought he was a Disney cast member.
Yeah,
because he looked.
His costume was so accurate.
Yes, and his hair, everything.
I think he had the Padawan braid also.
He did. He absolutely did. He looked just like Anakin.
People had the coolest costumes. There was one guy with like there was one guy randomly dressed up as Wolverine, and I remember that. That was just completely out of the blue. I guess it was foreshadowing of Disney acquiring Marvel,
right.
And then Fox. But anyway, there's a guy randomly dressed up as Wolverine, but there was a guy he was wearing Stormtrooper body armor, but he had a light up lightsaber sticking through him, and it went in through his chest and out his back. And it was wild looking.
He had it rigged. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had it rigged.
It was super cool.
Yeah. He had it rigged up. Really cool. I remember that. It was lots of amazing, really amazing. Oh, Robert, hey, how are you? Really amazing costumes. It was so much fun, and they redid the ride, and refurbed it and did all new shows for it. And I still really love that ride.
It's a lot of
So I
fun.
love Star Tours.
And and that's the thing. So many times it's like, oh, this ride's been here for a while. It's like the ballpark at Arlington, for the Rangers. They were in it 25 years. Oh well, I guess it's old and it gets hot outside, so let's build a new one
Yeah.
right next to it. But last year, whenever we went for Hadley's birthday on that trip, Kylie and Hadley and me and Wyatt went to go. I think maybe Landry also went and rode the ride because everybody's hanging out at a Backlot Express eating. And so, and I said, hey, there's like a 15-minute wait for Star Tours. You want to go over there and ride it? And they're like, what is it? And I was like, well, just come ride it. And so they went the first time and had a great time. Had a ton of fun. And we circle around. We stopped back by the Backlot Express again real quick. And and they said, can we go again? And I'm like, sure. And so, the ride, the planets that we visited were a little bit different. And so I genuinely wonder how many different combinations there are at this point. How many potential combinations of planet, scenes, who you talk to, who you come up, whether it's Kylo Ren or whether it's Darth Vader. I wonder how many different Ahsoka.
I've never seen the Ahsoka one. I wrote it last time I was there.
You've never been on with the Purrgil?
No.
Really? Okay. I think I've gotten that one twice now. But
yeah, that'd be really cool. I have not. So, but yeah, we just. I remember, I remember Star Wars weekends. They had, I really, really wish that they would bring some of this.
I loved all the set pieces that you could take pictures with, which I did. I mean, you've posted pictures of me inside the giant Clone Wars box, toy box, and then also I've taken pictures with the hallway scene, and in A New Hope, I've taken a picture with that. Obviously, the speeder bikes they're next to Star Tours as well. But anyway, it's a whole lot of fun. But definitely, you talk about what ignite the spark or whatever. I think is one of the sayings from Galaxy's Edge. But anyway, definitely the Mandalorian helped bring me back in for sure. I enjoy the sequel movies. I mean, the Disney sequel movies, they're fine. I don't like. I have a lot of problems with what they decided to do character wise, and I genuinely think they made the dumbest possible decision not getting the big three back together with with Han.
Well, they could.
And with Han and and Leia and Luke, that doesn't make any sense at all to me.
It will be enshrined in cinematic history as one of the stupidest decisions ever made by a production.
I mean, it's great that they brought, they ended up bringing Billy D. Williams back in. I thought that was great. But it just incredibly foolish.
They didn't do it. And
but
then,
and then
Carrie Fisher passed away, and no more opportunity. That was
And so just
to not have all three of them on screen at the same time in that movie. We'll just blame it on Kathleen Kennedy. We blame everything on her.
She's an excellent scapegoat at this point.
She is.
But I definitely for me it's the Mandalorian. I was like, okay. Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2 combined are some of my favorite content. Some of my favorite Star Wars content, bar none.
Sure.
But anyway, I've enjoyed Star Wars for a long time. It's a fun. The story's fun. The characters are fun. It's incredible what the fans have done over years to help drive, to help them push for more new content. The the ripple effect that's come from Boba Fett being a character, and
Yeah.
Boba Fett, I can't remember. I think he had like maybe 8 lines of dialogue or something. I don't know the number off the top of my head. Very
Yeah.
minimal
Wasn't very
dialogue.
many. Right. Wasn't very many.
Falls in a comedically falls in the Sarlacc pit and he's done. Or
Yeah.
so we thought. But his character was so beloved by fans that
Yeah.
they expanded on the lore. What is what's
yeah.
they got a bounty hunter. What is a Mandalorian? There's
Mhm.
a planet called Mandalore. And just
Oh, yeah.
completely expanding on the lore, and and that just keeps that it just keeps going and going, and all of a sudden we get the Mandalorian, which
Yeah.
actually then end up in the Mandalorian, going back to
Right.
Mandalore with other Mandalorians.
Right.
So
Yeah.
just the ripple effect and how
Yeah.
fans have helped
He was
drive the ship a little bit.
bit character. I mean, he was a background character. He was not, and so much of that I think had to do with the costuming. So much of that
They
intrigue.
looked awesome. The way he carries himself, the way he even holds the blaster. Yeah, it's really incredible.
Sure did. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't mind that, Dean, because I don't hate Jar Jar Binks. I do not. I'm not one of the haters. I never have understood that. But
yeah.
we had. I remember William and we've talked about this. Y'all who are in here, know how much Star Wars content we have on our channel. There's a reason for that because we really do just love the franchise. Now, I will have to say. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this in because it's my channel and I can say what I want. I love, guys. I love. I'm a rerun Star Trek fan as well. I love sci-fi. All of my life, I have enjoyed fantasy and sci-fi. It's a genre that I read voraciously. I always had a library book in my hand. And so I've always, those two genres have always very much appealed to me, which is probably why Tomorrowland is my favorite area of Magic Kingdom. But I just absolutely love Star Trek. So Star Wars, actually I saw Star Wars. I didn't know. I was too young to watch Star Trek the first time around. I'm a rerun Star Trek fan. But Star Wars, y'all, I remember standing with my older sister, Susan, in those lines when Star Wars came out. There had never been anything like Star Wars. Understand the timing here. First of all, the technology of the day was very limited. George Lucas did not have, all the computers to work with and all the CGI. No. They had to make scale models hanging from strings, literally. I mean, there was a picture that I saw yesterday that somebody had posted. I've seen it before, but I love it. I really need to keep it on my computer, of him in the midst of all of those models that they made, like in the warehouse, and he's like standing in the middle of all those models.
Somebody had posted that picture, and with all the models and George Lucas, and
hey, John and Nancy.
And somebody had posted. They said, if you could go into this room, what's the one thing you take? And Mark Hamill had responded to that picture and that question with George's wallet.
That's pretty
pretty funny.
That is pretty sharp. Good to see you, John and Nancy. Yeah, that's thinking on your feet there, kid. But I thank you. To boldly go where no one has gone before. And Star Trek, of course, was a a big had a big influence on George Lucas. It was because it was a forerunner. It was a something new in its day as well. But Star Trek in 1977, y'all, was such a phenomenon. There were crowds that wrapped around the block. And this was before most movie theaters had 15 or 20 theaters. This was like a twin cinema, maybe.
Yeah.
And so it took a while for everybody to be able to see this movie because the theaters just were not that large. So it may have been a little bit larger in the bigger cities, but it was amazing. My sister Susan actually still has the soundtrack album, which we played a groove in, but she still actually has that. It was just amazing. It was a phenomenon. It was it was something that everybody was critical of. Everybody, so, well, you're going to lose your shirt. Alec Guinness, who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi, obviously, was more of a highbrow actor. Alec, is British actor, and he said that he would have people say, well, what in the world are you doing on this little, nothing movie? Why would you stoop so low, as to be a cast member on this little movie? And he said, I told them, no, you don't understand. It's being done very well and very thoughtfully, and the storyline is very good. I think you're going to enjoy it. So that's how he defended the movie. When people would, oh, hey, there's our dream. Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Good to see you guys. Anyway, so for Star Wars, and somebody said earlier that Empire Strikes Back was probably their favorite. Empire Strikes Back is an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm.
Once I did hear George Lucas, and I love the old interviews or new interviews or whatever. I just love to hear interviews with him talk endlessly about his concepts and things that he did and what have you. But if you think about it, he said that each movie had a color, like
like
A New Hope
palette.
was on Tatooine, and it had everything was brown. The browns. It was the desert, and then Empire Strikes Back was black and white. It was space. It was the white and the grays of the spaceships. It was black and white and gray. And then, of course, Return of the Jedi was green, the Forest of Endor. So I love that. I don't know that I ever really would have thought of that, to put. But yeah, he said they had a color palette, if you will, for each movie. Anyway, just it's pretty amazing, pretty amazing. I have some things. Let's see. Let's go back. So we have. I get this question a lot, William.
Mm-hmm.
What order? For people who have never seen Star Wars, and yes, there are sad people in this world who've never seen Star Wars.
Yeah, there are.
They always ask, have you had anybody ever ask you what order to watch in?
I don't know that anybody's ever asked me for the order. I don't know that I have.
Well, I've had a lot of people ask me that question. Actually, I've had several people ask me, okay, if I'm going to watch them, what order do you recommend?
Yeah.
That I watch in. A lot of people will say go ahead and watch them in numerical order, which puts the prequels obviously first.
Uh-huh.
I generally advise people to watch them in order of release.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like that gives them a truer experience, as to how they were released in. I totally would, Alex. I in a heartbeat. I can be packed in 10 minutes. I would absolutely go. Order of release. Yeah, Dean says order of release. Yeah. Yeah. That's now I've heard other people, say, like you'll see it in posted in Facebook threads, and people say, "Oh no, watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9," and I don't always uh, I'm like Dean and Tina. I always tell them order that they were released.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a truer experience. Um, but I, um, we had, um, obviously, Star Wars. Well, it was just called Star Wars. Now, if they've gone back and called it A New Hope, but when it was released in movie theaters, y'all, it was just Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I just usually refer to that movie as Star Wars because that's what I know it as. I normally don't call it A New Hope unless I'm specifically trying to, talk to somebody who, says they're all Star Wars, which is true, they are. But the first one was Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then we got, that was episode 4. The Empire Strikes Back. Star Wars came out in 77. Empire Strikes Back. Then episode 5, what came out in 1980. And then The Return of the Jedi came out in 1983. So that's that's your your time frame there. And then it was several years before, and a lot happened in George Lucas's life before he was able to come back and make the prequels. And he has said in interviews that he almost gave up on making the prequels. That he had a lot happen, during that time, and it was very difficult for him to go back. But he said it just never left him, that desire to to make the prequels. He had the whole story in his head when he did Star Wars, and he knew that there was no way he could put it all in one movie, so he knew he had to break it up. But a lot happened in between the originals and the prequels in his life, but he finally went back and got them made. The idea, and really one of the big influencers on that, he said, was the access to new technology that he did not have with the first movies. So,
Robert Sprite says, has Disney World had a Star Wars parade yet? They did have March of the First Order there for a period of time, and then there was like a stage show where they brought out various characters, like played some theme music and brought out various characters. I'm sure at some point they probably have had some sort of Star Wars parade at Hollywood Studios, but I'd have to look it up.
Right. Yeah, I miss the March of the First Order. Was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Alex,
I've got it on film somewhere.
I do too. I was talking about it. I do too. I do too. It's on an old computer.
Yep.
And it's on an old computer that I have got to try and breathe some life back into, because I've got a lot of good content on it that we really need to get to. Yes, they were in the Stars and Cars parade. They were in the parade that was at Hollywood Studios for a number of years. What was it? The Stars and Cars motorcade, or that's not right, but Stars and Cars. They were in that. In fact, I think I've already posted pictures on Instagram from that parade. But yeah, they were in that, when they had the cars. I wonder what they did with all those cars.
Yeah, who
that
knows?
all those themed cars. I
Yeah,
probably don't want to know. I
yeah.
probably don't want to know because when I ask that question, Mikey gives me an answer that I don't want to hear. So,
Yeah.
so just cancel that question. Never mind. Um, a few things, guys. Though, put in chat, y'all, if you would put in chat, which is your favorite movie? Which is your favorite movie? Um, and keep in mind that can also include Solo and Rogue
Rogue
One.
One. Yeah.
Now, Rogue One, y'all, is legit.
Yeah.
If you have never watched Rogue One, my best advice for you tonight is if you have never seen Rogue One to go watch it.
No.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's really amazing. So Rogue One falls pretty high on that list for me. Actually, I love it. Let's see. I'll show
The Jedi
just a couple
Academy
of things.
was fun, Alex.
Yeah, yeah,
I always wish that Adam would have, Adam was of a Padawan learner age whenever the
yeah.
Jedi Academy was going strong, and we were making several trips to
Yes, yes,
Disney around that time period. And I always wanted
yeah,
Adam to get picked.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but anyway, yeah, it was pretty neat. Made sure for some fun moments.
It really was. Yeah. Mikey used to go on adventures with the clone troopers in Jedi Training Academy. Yeah. Just a couple things I wanted to show you here, and I've got a ton of stuff. I don't even know where all my stuff is, but I thought I'd show you a couple things. And I'll have to do this later. Make some more. Now I have cooked out of this book before.
Uh-huh.
This is the book that you picked up for me, William. And I love this cookbook. This has some legit recipes. I actually made those Ronto wraps that you see there on the cover. There's a one night for Hitchhiker Chat. That's on our channel. But this is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge cookbook, and it is full, y'all, of it has desserts, drinks, entrees, and appetizers. So it really it's it's there's a lot of stuff in here that I have not done. But I can tell you that the wraps, they're kind of like a naan bread that I made those. You probably remember, William, are very good. So, and then you've got some interesting looking stuff. But yeah, some main courses. So that's a good one. The other one that I bought that I have also enjoyed, especially with the girls, with my granddaughters, is Star Wars Every Day by Ashley Eckstein. And this, I think I picked this up on Amazon, and it has arts and crafts, and this one's fun. Star Wars Every Day. It's an Ashley Eckstein book, and I picked this up a couple of years ago, I guess. Full of arts and crafts and things that you can do. It does have a couple of recipes in it, but really fun. So it's some fun stuff there. So those two books have been really cool. Just couple of we have got me this DJ Rex. I love this.
Alex says a toss up between Star Wars: A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. Let's see. Yeah, Mikey says there's something like they're resting in the back lot, or they were all tore up and sold for scrap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. Jonathan says Andor is great too.
This was on William's birthday cake this year. On William's Chewbacca birthday cake. Han Solo. I have several.
It was a great birthday cake. It was so cool.
It was. It really was. It was
Chewbacca birthday cake, and so it looked like Looked like Chewbacca hair, and then had the bandolier also, and it was
Yeah.
really really cool.
I don't know if I still have that on
Dean says
my
probably The Empire Strikes Back, but I like the original trilogy equally. Really,
on my
yeah.
phone. Let's see. I don't know if I still have that on my phone or not. Let's see if we can maybe.
Tina says my buddy from the bar.
Let me run it back. Let's see. All the
Oh,
way back.
Alex says I got out of school early for the very first showing of Return of the Jedi. I skipped English, which has annoyed my teacher, who's also
Really?
my pastor. I paid $12 for a first showing seat. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that is wow.
You remember that a whole lot more than you would have remembered whatever you learned in English that day.
It's so true. It is so true. Yeah, that's the thing. I agree. I just feel like, uh, well, I have to go all the way back down, y'all, to. Uh, I'm not putting my hands on it. Oh well, I'll just let it go. Just gotta look up your birthday picture, your birthday cake, but
Yeah.
I'm not finding it. But at any rate, just a couple more things I've got. Um, all the Nuemos, y'all. How many Nuemos? We have Ahsoka and uh, Pooh Bear, Sith Pooh. You got the Nuemos, and you can get the lightsabers, y'all. I've got that little spirit jersey for Pooh Bear, and the lightsabers
Yeah.
for the little props. You can get anything, but and I so guys, if anybody sees, I missed the Han Solo outfit for Mickey.
Yeah.
I totally missed the Han Solo outfit for Mickey. So if you guys catch that, I need to look it up and see if I can get it.
Hold them up again.
I really do. Mickey
Those are
needs the
great.
Han Solo. Yeah, Minnie has Leia, but Mickey needs Han Solo, and I just
Yeah.
totally. But she's got her little lightsaber. I missed it. I didn't get it. I should have gotten it. But I love new emos. It's just
hmm Yeah,
one
they're
of
a
those
lot of fun.
things. Um, but and now these are from 2013. These pins are from our trip in 2013, and they are amazing. These are some really good pins, y'all. Um, um,
Yeah,
that
those
I
are great.
bought. Um, again, our 2013 trip, and Mickey and Minnie as Leia and
Well,
this
good
one
night,
there was
Dean. Thanks for being here.
also there was also an Empire one, but I didn't get it. Jedi.
Or Sith. Flip it. It's upside down.
Oops.
There you go.
Hey. Oh, here. Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. Hang on. I didn't get it. Yeah. And then this one was not from 2013. This was from a little bit later on, but here's a Christmas one.
Yeah, that one's fun.
That's a neat one. And I've got a spinner here too of BB-8. Um, love. Yeah. He spins. So there's that one at BB-8. But most of these are going to be from. Now, this one I do have. This is the Empire Mickey. I do have the Jedi uh, match to this. It's on a hat right now.
Yeah.
It's on a hat. And this, I'm not sure if Adam might have bought this.
I think I may have bought that for Adam.
Did you? Oh, okay. Yeah, it was Kylo Ren. The first order there. I've got more. And I love this one. I bought this one a couple of years ago when I was there for Christmas. So, as the carolers, Christmas carolers. So those are fun. We've got a lot of But we always gravitate towards Star Wars pins. I always do, and Haunted Mansion, obviously. But the other thing, y'all probably remember Jeff and I were very blessed to be able to go to Galaxy's Edge not long after it opened in Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
And and I absolutely love that huge Millennium Falcon on the side of this.
Yeah, that's a great hat. I've got it up up above me here in my stack of hats.
Mm-hmm. There's a great Black Spire Outpost there in English and in Arabic.
Yeah.
And love it. And also the hat from the opening of Galaxy's Edge East.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that they did for Walt Disney World.
That's a great hat too.
And I love this one too. Because
Mm-hmm.
it has the Falcon on it. It's a little different look.
Yeah.
So it's a little different look. But yeah, so we're blessed to have both of them from the opening of Galaxy's Edge.
My older brother Steven likes to claim things. And that hat I hereby claim.
Oh, okay. Now you have see, which one do you have?
I have the Disneyland one, not the Disney World.
You have the
one.
Disneyland, not the Disney World one. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, that can't be replaced.
Yeah.
That's a one of a kind. And then the other thing that I wanted to show you, and we're doing a little bit of trivia. Y'all, is this? Yeah. And this is a popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
Guys. And I'm hoping, I think I have a somebody that's going to pick up the Death Star popcorn bucket for me.
They have the coolest stuff this year. They have the coolest stuff.
They do.
This year right now for May the 4th. Yeah. The Jawa sipper.
Yes.
It's so neat.
And the Mythosaur glass.
Mythosaur mug. That Ogus is great.
Yes.
We actually went ahead. I told Jillian I saw an art scrolled by the Walt Disney World News Today article with the Mythosaur mug, and I said I'm gonna be getting one of these. And she said, "Oh, we're going to Ogus," and I said, "I am." I don't know what y'all are going to do, but I'm going, and I'm getting this mug. But yeah, it's we're gonna have to have a special compartment in the vehicle because I got to have one of the reclaimed, probably multiple of the reclaimed clone trooper helmet.
Right.
I'm gonna look like one of those scalpers, and so people are probably not gonna like me. As I walk out with, several, several of the clone trooper helmet popcorn buckets and the several Jawas and several Death Stars. And also too, I think there's a new blue milk container also that looks like a coaxium container. And I'm a 1,000,000% a sucker for any kind of neat cup gimmick they can possibly come out with. And so I'm gonna have to have one of those too. We've got the
coaxium Mythosaur.
Yeah, I think it's called like Bubo Farms or something. Is the Bantha, the Bantha place that they, the milk stand sources its blue milk and green milk from. And so we have one of those collectors special drinks from the blue milk. And so it's I've already got one of the I've the Porg mug. I think mine's marked first edition also. I've got the Porg mug from Ogus. But I'm 100% a sucker for some cool drinkware.
Sippers.
Yeah.
Well, if I don't have you have to add me to the list. I've got to have that Death Star bucket to go with Millennium Falcon. And I'm really partial, and be there, but we'll see. I think they'll hopefully, they'll do
Yeah.
enough merch, so that they don't completely run out.
My our friends Garrett and Casey have a really funny tradition to where every time they go, or if their friends go, they ask them to bring back one of the BB-8 cut like sipper cups. And so they have, I don't know how many now, but they have, for sure enough.
Set?
I think I want to say more than they do family members. I think they have more of the BB-8 sipper
Oh,
cups than they
wow.
do they do family members
So
because
they're just,
we've picked one up for them before.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
anyway, it was pretty funny, but I'm sure it wouldn't surprise me if
So
we end up
she's setting a
getting one.
Star Wars table, and she needs
Yeah, right. But it's so funny. So I need to ask her how many they have, but it's very amusing to me that they're just keep collecting these BB-8 sippers.
That is funny. Jonathan, not for roasting. Not for roasting. Not for roasting. Oh my goodness. I was going to see if I had anything else. Okay. Do y'all want to do a little Star Wars trivia, or want to do some Star Wars trivia? I've got some questions.
So the Jonathan says the Death Star bucket sounds like it's starting up to power.
Yeah.
I guess it's fully operational then.
Yeah. Yeah. It lights up. Yeah.
Wyatt is in a big Star Wars kick right now because he's been playing the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga video game, and so today he finished up the last episode 9, and so he's played every single Star Wars movie.
Oh wow!
In the game,
well,
so he's played
Lego,
1 through 3, 4 through 6, and 7 through 9.
And if you have not, now that's another recommendation alongside Rogue One. If you have not watched the Lego Star Wars specials, they're fantastic.
The Phineas and Ferb Star Wars special is also a lot of fun.
It is. It is. I forgot to note that one, William. The Phineas and Ferb Star Wars special is also wonderful. If you look that one up, I'll try to think to make a note of that in the description of this video. What episode that is, what season and episode number that one is, but it's also very good. I did a series, guys, of videos where I opened a Star Wars Lego Advent calendar box as a countdown to one of my Walt Disney World trips. They're on a playlist, so check those out. Every day I open, it was an Advent calendar, and it had a little pack. Each little window of the box had a little pack of Lego parts. Mm-hmm. And so it was like a miniature, and it was so much fun. Yeah. And I actually, I actually did have to get you and Adam to help me put some of those together because, but it was really neat. It was really neat. So y'all check those out. All 25, they're 25 short videos. Each video is about, 5 to 7 minutes long, where I count down, the days to my Walt Disney World trip with that calendar. So
one of my
was out as well.
One of my good friends from college lives out in Georgia, and he's a member of the 501st out there in Georgia. And they did some minor league baseball game this past weekend, for May 4th. And so he looks really cool in his stormtrooper outfit. Yeah. He's got he's got the big blaster also. I mean, it's really neat. I asked him, they've got a couple kids, and so I asked him how the kid, and they're pretty young, and he had I asked him, I was like, how do the kids respond to you, in the outfit? And he said, when my oldest was a little bit younger, it kind of, was a little bit unsettling. But now that he's older, he really gets a kick out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be so good. The 501st, that would be so cool. And to do the 501st correctly, to do it right, it's a pretty good little investment. But what fun! I mean, once you've done it, to be able to go to these, to these different places, to be able to show up at, at even hospitals and things for kids would be so much fun. Would be, show up at events, you could do parades and, whatever would be so cool. I think because, that it really would, it would be, Adam's always wanted to do that. And he just never has.
Yeah.
So, he really should, as much as he loves, clone troopers or stormtroopers, he really should. But I wonder, has anybody said anything about the new Reclaim Clone Trooper helmet? If it's a heavier plastic than the Stormtrooper helmet that they had last. I wonder if it's any thicker. I thought the Reclaim Stormtrooper helmet, absolutely looked fantastic, but it was not a heavy. It's a thinner plastic. And I wondered if this one was the same or if they, up their game a little bit on that. Okay, what do you think, guys? A couple of trivia questions. What do you think, William?
Yeah, sure. Sounds like fun. Yeah, I can't get to the notes again. I've got to get logged back into all the things on my computer.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm blocked out of the notes.
All right, let me bring up. Let me hang on just a second here, guys. Let me go ahead and bring up.
Trying to look for cool Star Wars stuff within arm's reach here. See if I can find anything.
Star Wars.
Oh, here's some cool. I've got some neat pajama pants here.
Oh,
pretty neat.
Like Star Wars
pajama.
Yeah. Oh, funny.
They're super cool. He's got Yoda, Darth Vader, 3PO, the Boba, Luke, R2. Yeah, it's great. Those are great. Let's see what else I have within arm's reach here. I should have worn my Millennium Falcon Roosevelt shirt, but I wore that on May 4th proper, so it needs to be washed. There you go. And then I wore. So this is like day 3 of Star Wars shirts for me. I wore the Mandalorian shirt yesterday. A Mandalorian hat, and I wore my my Mudhorn hat yesterday with the Mandalorian shirt. Oh, what else we got here? Got Jillian's little BB-8 Funko. This one's actually out of the box.
Oh, what do you know?
We have another one that's in the box. Let's see. If I could get to this without knocking a ton of stuff over, that'd be cool. Let's see. Over here in the corner, we've got this cool Kylo Ren lunchbox.
Oh.
Jillian's a big fan of.
That is neat.
Kylo Ren's a little bit dusty, but super cool.
Oh, that is a neat. That's like a
retro. Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
That it is. I like that. Because Jillian's a big Kylo Ren fan.
Let's see. There's a BB-8 ear hat on the top shelf. And then, let's see. I've got my Mandalorian Grogu Magic Band. It's a green color. I'm a big fan of that one. I really want the, I've got a decent number of Magic Bands. Actually, you know what? I can reach my Magic Bands. Let me just, instead of telling you about it, I can just show you. Jillian got me this really neat Magic Band holder with power line on one side. I think it's 3D printed. But anyway, I actually have more that don't fit on here. But I got the 50th anniversary Magic Band here, Country Bear Jamboree Magic Band here, Powerline Goofy Movie Magic Band here, and then there's my Mandalorian one that's green. and Hakuna Matata, and then the OG, you can tell
Yeah.
the shape's different.
Yeah.
That's from our 2014 trip.
Yeah.
Actually, no, not 2016 trip, I believe.
Yeah. Neat.
Anyway, yeah, it's
You
pretty.
got some good ones. Got a
Was it
good
16 or
collection.
17? 16, I think. Yes, it was 16. So yeah,
Yeah, that's the
October
original.
2016. Yeah, that was so
Yeah.
cool. And I still have, I try really hard not to be a hoarder, but I hold on to some things. That's what is really cool. I still have the OG Magic Band box that they sent with Miss Incredible in it,
Yes.
and I can't bring myself to throw it away because it's so cool.
Oh, don't. Yeah, don't ever. If you must throw it away, give it to me. Throw it my way. Don't ever throw that away. It's too nice a box. They used to send those.
Here's my Phantasmic. So this is my Magic Band Plus, which I only have one of. But I'm very tempted to get the. There's a Magic Band Plus this year that had for May the 4th.
Tina says she's got one too.
Okay. They have a Magic Band Plus this year for May 4th, where it's got it's got a Luke's back. He's got his back. You see his back, but in front of him, it's like a gigantic Vader, and it looks pretty cool.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then this is a custom Magic Band that I had made at Animal Kingdom there in the dinosaur gift shop when that kiosk was there. And so it's Kingdom Hearts.
Love that.
Related, which is super cool. And then finally, I think did you get me this one, Mom, or did I buy this one for myself? I can't remember.
I got that one for you.
Yeah. Iron Man. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and
I'm a big fan of my Magic Bands.
It'd be interesting, William, for you to take like the OG and see.
Surely there's no way the OG still works. Surely not.
All of my Magic Bands still work.
Yeah.
Okay. I took all of my Magic Bands in the last couple of trips that I've taken. And the oldest Magic Band in my collection still works.
Is it the Tinkerbell and Walt one?
It's the Tinkerbell and Walt.
Yeah.
It still works. The battery is still good in it, y'all.
I wish. So if you really want to go down a rabbit hole, there's Magic Bands, and there for a while they did Magic Bands that were like limited with like the limited release Magic Bands or like limited edition. They make a special noise when you hold them up to the tap style.
Yes.
And so there's some.
My Walt and Tank makes her sound.
Yeah.
It makes her little jingle. Yeah.
Pixie dust sound. But I fell down a rabbit hole one night of just looking. There's a page with like a compilation of the different noises that each of the Magic Bands make, as many as they could gather. There's some that they tried to get, but anyway, it's pretty neat, and I would love to see. The Magic Band Pluses should have that functionality built in. They really should.
Yeah.
To where you could pick your sound. It's like whenever we had tapped in for, we were there maybe 2022. We went with our friends Garrett and Casey, and I think it was 2022. But anyway, we went with them. We were there at Epcot for Disney Plus Day, and we went to tap in, and it was supposed to say "This is the way," but it was like "the way," and the audio didn't come across great. And we got through and we asked them, we're like, what was that supposed to say? It's like, it's supposed to say "this is the way." But anyway, it didn't come out quite right. But absolutely, as much as they charge you for the Magic Band Plus, you should be able to pick a sound and tap into the tap style and play it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that should be one of the things. It really should. Let's do just a couple of just a few trivia questions, guys. Then we'll, I do have Lacana cards tonight.
Yeah, I've got a pack here.
Okay. Let's do a little bit of trivia, just a couple questions, and then we'll do our Lacana and get out of here. We don't want to keep y'all all night. We appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. Okay, Star Wars trivia. Now, a lot of these are going to be pretty easy. So we will have to watch. I've got the the questions up, but first answer that we see in chat. First answer that we see in chat will take. And I have y'all now. I will have to say, I have some Haunted Mansion pins. I have Star Wars pins. I'll have to find them. I have them in a tub in the top of my closet. I'm actually working on my closet right now to straighten it out and what have you. But I have Haunted Mansion pins that I can send, but I will find those Star Wars pins and send you some of those too. So I have this set of Haunted Mansion pins.
Nice.
So there's the Bride and the Groundskeeper and the Tightrope Walker.
Yeah.
And then there we go. And the Disneyland Haunted Mansion. So I've got several of those, but I will send you something. Okay. First question. Easy one. Get ready with your fingers. And we'll do 5 or 6 questions. Okay, what is easy one? Softball. What is Luke Skywalker's home planet? What is Luke Skywalker's home planet? First answer we see in the chat. Okay, Tina.
Tina got
Tatooine. Tatooine. Okay.
Spell check got her a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Tina's on the board.
Tina's on the board with 1. Y'all, okay, question number 2.
It still only counts as 1.
Yeah, it does. Okay, and Alex is second with in the chat. Okay, so y'all, all right. Question number 2. Everybody ready? Question number 2. Hang on, let me. Okay, we're ready. Question number 2.
Ready.
And this one. Okay, this one may be a little bit harder. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. What color is Mace Windu's lightsaber? There's a good one. What color is Mace Windu's lightsaber? Jonathan is on the board.
Got it, Jonathan. Purple.
Jonathan's on the board.
Because he asked for it. George tried to tell him that wasn't really a thing, but Samuel L. Jackson said, "Oh, but could it be?" Pretty much. Yeah. Paraphrase. It's one of those. If you don't ask, the answer's always no. It's
that's right. Yeah. Because Samuel L. Jackson asked for
the clip's out there, and it's pretty funny to watch.
Yeah. He asked for it. Absolutely. It is purple. And so far he is the only major character in the franchise that I've seen. Is that true with purple? Now
there might be some sort of fringe character.
Young Jedi Academy. And I don't like it.
There's a character in Young Jedi Academy that also has purple. That has a purple
one. But hey, why not? Sure.
Young Jedi Adventures.
Young Jedi.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I want. Exactly. Okay. Next question. Everybody ready? Okay. Let's see what you guys come up with on this one. This was a later one, so you can probably get it. And The Rise of Skywalker, which I have the Rise of Skywalker Spirit jersey on right now. The Rise of Skywalker, Rey is revealed to be the granddaughter of which Star Wars character? Alex is just trying to cover the gambit. Rey is the granddaughter of which Star Wars character is John or not? Dave? Oh, Jonathan got it again. Jonathan's on the board with 2.
Takes the lead.
Palpatine. Jonathan's in the lead. Jonathan's in the lead. Okay. Jonathan is in the lead. We put a little divider there somewhere.
Try here.
Emojis or something. Let me get
Yeah.
the next question ready.
Well, there's not a button for me to click on my phone to send it. Maybe that worked.
Oh, there you go.
Did it work?
There's a line. There you go. There's a line.
Alrighty.
Okay. Now there's softball, y'all. So get ready. Another softball. Number 4, just to keep me straight so that I don't get out of numerical order. What message does Princess Leia send to Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope? The famous words that Leia says. She puts it on the tape for safekeeping into R2D2.
I assume you're looking for that last line specifically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the famous line. Mm-hmm. What is she? What does her message say? Okay, Jonathan. Jonathan's tearing it up, y'all. Jonathan is on the board with 3. Help me, Obi-Wan. You're my only hope. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. That's my bad. Let's see. What are you saying, William? I think Alex jumped in there before him.
Oh, let's see. On my end, Alex. Yeah, Alex is the first one.
Alex is on the board with 1.
Yeah.
Alex is on the board with 1. Sorry about that, Jonathan. Yeah.
So we had what's scoreboard update? We got Jonathan with 2, and then Tina and Alex with 1.
Uh-huh. That's what we've got. So Jonathan has 2, Tina and Alex both have 1. All right. All right. Yeah, that's true. That's I guess Alex put the Kenobi in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next, are you ready? Everybody ready for the next question? Is everybody ready?
Secondly, throw a little thing in here.
Tina, we're going to have to put you on probation unless you add to your Star Wars knowledge. Okay, next question, guys. Is everybody ready? And we'll see if you could get this one. I know, Jonathan, you're pretty good on. You guys are pretty good on Star Wars, and Alex are pretty good on Star Wars trivia. Who built C-3PO? Who built C-3PO? Tina, I know I've been a good influence. I know. Okay, I think Jonathan got in there.
I've got Jonathan with Anakin.
Got Jonathan with Anakin. Anakin Skywalker. Got Jonathan. Kenner. Dave. Okay, Dave. Dave, I think should get an honorary point for that answer. Davis on the board with half a point for making the host and hostess laugh. Dave deserves that one. He does. He does deserve that one. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have Jonathan has 3. Tina and Alex both have 1. Dave has a half a point. All right. Okay. One more. Let's get a couple more in here. Okay. Here's one.
Welcome in, Adventures by D.
Hey. Hey, Dave. Welcome
Great
in.
to see you.
Okay. Here's the question. Everybody ready? On which planet did Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala first meet? Which planet did Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala first meet? Everybody's wanting to give Dave those points. Which planet? First meeting. Which planet was it? Good to see you, Dave. Alex. That's wrong, Alex. That's not right, Alex. Alex says he's got nothing on that one. Yeah, you know, Alex, if you just think back to the prequels. And Jonathan got it, y'all. Jonathan got it. Jonathan's tearing it up. The answer is Tatooine. Jonathan got it with Tatooine. Good question. Good guesses, though. Coruscant's a good guess. Planet Hollywood. Well, Alex, technically, Alex got it. Yeah, Jonathan's had to double think that one. Yeah, I would have had to too, for Jonathan to come up with it. I think right on it. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Question number 7. Okay, now this one may hang you up. This one may hang you up. This is going to be kind of a tough one. Around how old is Yoda when he trains Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back?
There's a quote there.
There is a quote there. You're right, William. Around how old is Yoda when he trains Luke Skywalker in The Empire Strikes Back? Think about the quote. Alex! Yay! Alex got it. When 900 years you be, look as good you will not. Alex is on the board with another one. There you go. Yeah, when 900 years you reach, exactly. We'll have to look up the exact quote, but yeah, you're right, William.
Look as good you will not.
Look as good you will not. There you go. There you go. Look as good you will not. Too old. Dave. Dave, I'm going to send you a pen just for comedy relief.
The meme cracks me up. Is like, you know, I've never related to Yoda more. When your kid asks you so many questions, you just roll over and die.
I saw that one. I saw that one just recently. It's so true. Oh gosh, so funny. Yeah, Luke's just peppering him with questions. Oh man. Okay, so all right. Tina has 1, Jonathan has 4, and Alex is in second place with 2. Okay, okay, couple more here. All right, let's see what is next. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one because you guys may have to think about this one. Which characters escape Jakku aboard the Millennium Falcon in The Force Awakens? Which characters escape Jakku aboard the Millennium Falcon in The Force Awakens? There are 3 characters trying to get off of Jakku. Think about it. Think about it. Which characters? Hey, Alex, I watched that one. I watched that episode yesterday. Close, Jonathan. Okay. Dean's on the board. Dean's on the board. Finn, Ray, and BB-8. And Tribbles.
Dave? You said Dean. I was about to say, I think
Dave.
Dean went to sleep.
Oh, I just said
Yeah.
Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Dean called it a night.
Yeah, Dean. Dean gave us up. Dave is on the board. Yeah, Dave is on the board. All right. Okay, next. Okay, softball coming up, y'all. Get your fingers ready.
Is there a better character that came out of the Disney sequel trilogy than BB-8? It's so cute.
I don't think so. I don't think
so cute.
He did kind of he stole the show, and he really did. Okay, softball question coming up. What species is Chewbacca? What species is Chewbacca exactly? Dave says I can't take a goose egg in a Star Wars Christmas. Right. Dave, as much time as we have spent on Star Wars, as much Star Wars content as you have on your channel, I know y'all do. I agree. I agree. And Dave is on the board with 1. He is a Wookiee. And the E is double.
Yep.
The E is double. Wookiee is Wookiee. In Star Wars literature, they love double letters. Consonants, vowels, doesn't matter. They just love double letters.
So there's a joke that I heard while Wyatt was playing Star Wars today. And it says, on the planet of Kashyyyk, which is where the Wookiees come from, why is it so hard to work your way up through the ranks in the army? It's because you'll always be a Wookiee.
Oh, boo.
It's pretty good.
Another one for the laugh floor. Another one for the laugh floor. Walking carpet, exactly. Yeah, that's it. That's the spelling. That's the spelling, Tina. Wookie. Wookie. Yeah, R. Okay, next question. Okay. All right. Who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi in the original Star Wars trilogy?
We actually discussed this earlier.
We did. Who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi? Thanks, Jonathan. In the original Star Wars trilogy. Okay, Davis on his horse, y'all. Adventures by Day. Alec Guinness. With proper capitalization and everything.
Sir Alec Guinness.
Sir Alec. That's, yep. William got you on that one. Oh, Ben Kenobi, Dave says.
Yeah.
That's true.
Isn't it hilarious
Okay.
that's his cover?
Half point for that answer. I think Dave gets another half point for that answer. Oh, Ben.
It's hilarious that's his cover. It was like,
okay, so Alex says Sir Alec.
That's funny. That's funny. But it's hilarious that's his cover name. Like he just went from Obi-Wan Kenobi to, I mean, granted, we've there's no way they could have had the foresight to see all that they were going to do at the time with the Star Wars. But it's hilarious that he's just, you mean old Ben Kenobi? Who'd have thought he'd have any relation to Obi-Wan Kenobi? Good heavens.
And that's right. He talks about that, Dave. Dave said he got 2.25% royalties. He talks about this, they asked him, if he wanted a salary or if he wanted royalties. Wow. Did Obi-Wan pick right or what?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Can you even imagine? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for that little piece of trivia there. Dave, that's true. Yeah. Okay, couple more, and then we will do our open our Lorcana and wrap this up. Let's see. Okay, now this one is one. This is going to be an interesting. Put your thinking caps on. How old was Padme Amidala when she was elected Queen of Naboo? How old was Padme Amidala when she was elected Queen of Naboo? Right, Alex? What's 2% of a gazillion? Yep. Right. Wouldn't it be interesting to know? Wouldn't it be interesting to know the number? What 2.25% royalties for Star Wars looks like? Too young. I say she was too young. Not 16, Tina. So it's not 16. How old was Padme Amidala when she was elected Queen of Naboo? I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. Okay, another point to Dave Stragan for making me laugh. Even in a galaxy far, far away, we got to deal with it, Dave, right? I still don't see it. I still don't see the answer. Hello there, Kazoo Man. Michelle the Quilter is guessing
Welcome in.
18. I still haven't seen it. I still haven't seen it. Jonathan finally got it.
Nice.
14. I knew there was going to be a lot of guessing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
knew there was going to be a lot of guessing. Jonathan got that one. She was 14. That was kind of a tough one. How are you, Kazoo Man? Kazoo Man has the Infinity Gauntlet. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, Alex, too young.
You went the wrong way. Tina was going down there. Yeah, she was 14, which means that she wasn't that much older than Anakin when they first met. She was older, but not that much older. Welcome in, Kazoo. Nice to have you here. Do a little Star Wars trivia. Okay, let's do. We'll do two more, and then that's it. We'll do two more, and then we'll see where we stand.
What's the scoreboard update?
Okay, Jonathan has 5. Alex and Dave both have 2. Dave Stragan has 1, and Tina has 1.
Nice.
Okay. What was Finn's? Now this one. I finally managed to memorize this one. What was Finn's stormtrooper code name in The Force Awakens? That may be kind of a tough one. What was Finn's stormtrooper code name? Remember, Finn was a stormtrooper. What was his code name in The Force Awakens? Right, Dave. They absolutely did. They had a lot more responsibility a long time ago when I was a child, for that matter. Yeah. Alec Guinness earned approximately $95 million from his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi, primarily due to back-end deals and the release of the films. Yep. Dave, you're on the right track. FN something. Yeah, the number is, yeah. FN something.
I have to play it in my head in Captain Phasma's voice.
Right. I do that. I do that too sometimes. Close, Alex. But you're that's like Mandalorian. Yeah. Alex just swapped over to the Mandalorian with the TK number. What's your TK number, Alex? Brown eyes. I hear her voice. I can hear her voice too. Isn't that funny? Gosh, we've got way too much movie trivia taking up space in our heads, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We really do. There are 4 numbers. It's 4 numbers. It's 4 numbers. One of your numbers is right, Jonathan. Ben Schwartz voiced BB-8. I did not know that, Kazoo Man. I don't know that I had ever looked that up.
FN2 is the first number.
FN2. We've got FN2. Does that help? Can you hear her voice, Jonathan? Can you hear her? Oh,
We're getting closer, Jonathan.
you're off by one number. This is one of the ones if you either know it or you don't. I mean, it's hard to wander around them. Should we go to a different question?
I'm surprised nobody's just asked their Alexa. So yeah,
Right.
or Googled it.
Somebody just asked your Alexa. Put it in there in the interest of time. Kazoo, man. I haven't watched the sequels in a while. Yeah.
That's cheating, Jonathan.
It is, but in the interest of time for this particular question, we got another question right quick. Okay, Dave is trying really hard to win this thing by default, y'all. He's tennis is, I don't think she would know. That's funny. Tina says she doesn't think Alexa would know that.
All right. Well, we'll I'll go ahead and give at this point. I'll go ahead and give the number, but I'm going to carry this question forward because there is significance to the number.
Yeah.
So the number is FN 2187, which I hear in Captain Phasma's voice. FN 2187. So can you think of somewhere else in Star Wars where 2187 is has relevance? Think A New Hope.
It's a code. Yep, you got it, Jonathan. Isn't that it?
Let's see here. Nope, not quite. Close.
All right. Let me
Close.
play the scene.
Nice, Dave.
Okay, I can hear Luke's voice. I can hear Luke's voice saying it.
Yeah. Here it is. 2187.
Isn't it the section that they're in?
You're getting warmer. In stormtrooper fashion, you're shooting all around it.
Well, it's not.
I think your video's frozen, Mom.
Leia's
Somehow.
cell number. Is it Leia's cell number?
Yes, it is Leia's cell number. Yeah, so well, let me see if I can remove you and add you back in here. It's like remove from stage. And try to add mom back in here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to your video there, Mom. You're black screen now. You were frozen.
I don't know either.
Yep, cell number 2187.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can. Well, send me the solo layout again. Solo layout. Yeah, no, you may have to remove yourself and see if you can add yourself back
Okay.
in there. Let's see. I didn't mean leave. Let's see. Add to stage. Maybe not. Alrighty. Well, that's weird. Maybe I don't know if your camera got turned off somehow. Oh, all right. I guess she's gonna drop and come back in. Keep an eye out here, but yeah, pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see if mom's back yet. All right, she's back and she has a video. Yay! If I can get her added in here. I'm probably clicking the button at the same time she is. Whoop.
There
All right,
we
there
go.
we go.
All right. Okay, not sure what happened. We had a little trouble with Dean's tonight too. I don't know if it was. It seemed to be on my end, but I'm not sure exactly why.
Well, mom ended up answering that question.
I did. I'm on the board. Yeah. I'm on the board. Okay, so okay. Well, that one took a while.
Yeah.
That one FN 2187. Okay, so Dave is on the board with a 1.5. Dave Stragan. Okay, and let's see. Okay, softball. Last question. Softball question, y'all. Softball. Get ready. What bear-like species inhabit the forest moon of Endor in the Return of the Jedi? What bear-like species inhabit the forest moon of Endor in Return of the Jedi? And Alex got in there with it.
Yeah, good job, Alex.
Alex got in there with
Tina
it.
was there soon after.
Yeah. Tina. There we go. Tina got in there. Okay, so Jonathan won that round.
Good job, Jonathan.
Followed by Alex. Jonathan had 5. Alex had 3. Adventures by D and Tina both had 2. Good job, Dean, especially since you were late to the party.
Dave.
And Dave Stragan had a 1.5. With he got 3 half points for making me laugh. So okay, and I will find. I'll see what I can. I know I've got those Star Wars buttons or pins, y'all, and they are nice pins. So I'll. But if I can't find them, if for some reason I can't, I'll keep you posted. And let's see, Jonathan, I have your address. I know I have everybody's address. Yeah, I have everybody's address. So yeah, so I will find those. Give me a couple of days on it to see if I can find those. Okay, we want to do O'Connor right quick and then wrap this puppy up.
Go ahead and dive right into it.
Okay.
I've got a Shimmering Skies pack with Maui on it.
There you go. Let's get it.
Get here. Continuing to open up packs from the half of a box that you gave me. Let's see. First up, we've got Kenai, Big Brother from Brother Bear. Hypnotic Strength. Jafar, the head of the Jafar's cane there. Staff. Flora, Good Fairy.
Aw.
Donald Duck. Let's say Daisy State. So he's throwing darts there to try to win something for Daisy Carnival.
Oh,
Next up is Dopey. Oh, that one's funny.
I don't think we've had Dopey yet.
Night Apprentice.
Oh,
Pretty cute.
that's adorable.
Next, we have Vision of the Future with Merlin.
Haven't seen that one either.
Sapphire Chromicon.
I think we've seen that one.
Yep, I think so too. So specific to Lorcana. We have Mother Gothel. I think that's the last uncommon card here. Should be the first rare next, I believe. Oh, never mind. One more uncommon, sorry. Turbo. Royal Hack. Pretty cool again. See the phasing between King Candy and Turbo there. It's neat.
Yeah, that's a neat
artwork. First up, we have Olaf. Happy passenger riding there. Riding there on Marshmallow's back. Rare. Pretty neat card. And we have a super rare. Who's with me?
Ooh,
Gaston.
Oh, it's Gaston. How cool is that?
Great. Super rare. Last card in the pack.
Ooh.
We have a common Ratigan. Raging Rat. Foil's kind of hard to see on this one, but it's there.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see the shiny.
Good to get a super rare though.
Okay, you did get. What did you get? A super rare. You got a super rare and a common foil. Yes. Okay, so let's see what we got here, guys. Okay, we have Roger Radcliffe. Love this one.
That's neat.
Love that one.
101 Dalmatians.
From 101 Dalmatians, we have Cogsworth. That's a fun one. Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. Have Treasure Guardian.
Cool. Cable Wonders.
That's a neat one, y'all.
That's a really cool artwork.
Yes, it is. Really like that. And then we have Water Has Memory.
That's neat.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's a neat one. Water Has Memory. And then we have He's a Tramp. That's a cute one. I love how they do all these, kind of more obscure scenes, maybe kind of, bring back to our minds some of the more obscure scenes in some of these really cute movies. Training Staff.
Mulan.
That's interesting. Some of them are so, kind of random. Double Trouble. The other two fairies.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an uncommon there. Okay. Another uncommon Giant Cobra.
That's pretty cool looking. Jafar. Big
and
Cobra.
It is also a dual ink. The steel and the amethyst. Wow, that's a neat looking one. Another uncommon, Snow White. Look at that one, y'all. How pretty.
Neat.
Wow. That's beautiful. Another uncommon. That's beautiful in the amber. Okay. And I have a rare Kenai.
Cool.
A lot of the colors in these is just beautiful. Another rare Mad Hatter in a dual ink.
Sweet.
And then a rare Madam Mim.
Cool.
That's a fun. I love
that. Big time foil.
A big time foil. Yeah. The foils in this particular set are just gorgeous
Yeah,
because
they're really neat.
it's a full. They're beautiful, really are. And I love that it's Madam Mim. I love Madam Mim. She's great, and that is a rare. You can see how
Jonathan says,
snake
now
I
you can
can
see how
be.
snake-like I can be.
All right, okay, the hatter. Okay, so there we go
Hey,
on that one, and there is the
puzzle piece.
puzzle. I've got to work on my puzzles
Mm-hmm.
and see how close I am to getting a puzzle. Okay, so I think I won that one, did I not?
Yeah, I think
With
so too.
three
Yeah.
rares. Three rares. Okay, let's see. Guys, I wanted to thank everybody again.
Yeah.
I put up some content of the parade at Hugh Springs week before last, the Hugh Springs Wildflower Trails parade, and then the Jefferson parade was really fascinating. We got a surprise Civil War reenactment on right there on Austin Street that we really didn't expect. It was really neat. Really appreciate all the gentlemen for coming and doing the Civil War reenactments for us. It was pretty cool.
Thanks, Michelle.
So so thank you all for if you're on Team Replay, we appreciate you. But so we've done those. I've done those two things the last couple of weekends, and I appreciate you for watching those. Just a quick, let's see. Let me go through this. Let me back up just quickly, guys, and remind you that VIP pass holder days will run from May 14th to July 31st.
Mm-hmm.
So so that's going to be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. The discounts are even deeper for restaurants. Participating restaurants are going to get anywhere from 20, sometimes as deep as a 40% at select dining locations for
pretty awesome.
Limited time. Yes, it is. The 40% is Monday to Thursday. But man, if you could catch that, it'd be so great. 30% off merchandise.
Good night, Alex.
30% off.
Yeah.
Exclusive to pass holders. There'll be a special, lounge at Epcot for pass holders. So some really cool stuff there. Pass holder days, May the 14th to July 31st will be going on while I'm there. Really excited about it. I did also want to mention one other thing that William called to my attention. The Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern, we announced that. It's kind of been on the radar for Disney fans. They're putting in a Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern in the Magic Kingdom over by the ride. It now has a name. It's going to be called the Beak and Barrel, which is interesting. Established by the legendary pirate rum runner Captain Mary Goldwyn and her talkative first mate Rummy, the lively pub will soon welcome swashbucklers, scoundrels, bandits, and buccaneers of all ages from every corner of the seven seas. The Barker Bird in the new tavern will be called Rummy. So the new tavern is going to be the Beak and Barrel at in Magic Kingdom. So that was some news that came out. We wrapped up our Play in the Park series last week, guys. We spent an entire show on each park. All the tips, all the tips, information, to help you if you're planning a trip very soon. You can watch those. We've done those the last 5 weeks, I guess. So we appreciate all of you watching Playing the Parks. Our numbers were really good for that series. So if you've got a trip coming up, go back and pick the park. And we shared a lot of information on each one. I have a trip coming up again, May the 25th to June 1st. We will be going to Epic Universe. I am so excited. Epic opens to the public officially on the 22nd. So if you need to plan a Disney trip, Jillian, William's wife, is a Mickey Travels agent, and she can help you plan a vacation for 2025 and beyond. They are booking 2026 already. Her contact information is in the description of this video. So contact Jillian. She can take so many of the headaches out of this. Planning a Disney World vacation can get pretty complicated. anymore. And Jillian knows her stuff, and she'd be more than happy to help you. Disney builds in the cost of a travel agent into the cost of your package, so you might as well use her services because her services are free. So, at any rate, that's all I can think of. William, if you want to.
I don't have the notes to go off of, but if you haven't already, check out theliveplace.com. It's basically a TV guide listing for family-friendly live streams and other content there. Big shout out to Dean, who maintains that website. Check out Dean's YouTube channels, Dreamers Empire and The Live Place. Thank you, Dean.
Michelle, so sweet to be here.
And then also, too, check out Stickermule if you haven't already. If you're looking for good quality, low-cost promotional items such as buttons, magnets, pins, stickers, keychains, etc., check out Stickermule. Use our link below and get a credit for a $10 credit for a future order. And then also, too, if you haven't already, check out TubeBuddy. It helps with viewing trends, suggested keywords for titles and tags, viewing trends, lots of helpful information to help you grow your channel if you're a YouTube creator. And if you haven't already, check that link out. The basic version's free. If you have under 1,000 subs, it's discounted. And then use our link, and we'll both get a free month. So, anything else you want to mention, Mom?
I think that's it. I appreciate it, guys. We have really enjoyed, just talking Star Wars, just to kind of have a relaxing night. Enjoyed the trivia. Was tons of fun. We appreciate y'all for hanging in with us, because I know it's midnight Walt Disney World time. So we really appreciate it. And Jonathan, thank you for dropping those links. Jonathan's also dropped the link for the Jefferson Parade this past Saturday, along with Jillian's contact information there. So yes, TubeBuddy is helpful. Dave, it sure is. It sure is. Appreciate you, Dave. Appreciate everybody, for just spending some time with us. We enjoy Tuesday nights, and talking Star Wars is one of our favorite things to do. So
yeah, absolutely. Thanks to everybody for being here.
Oh, bless you.
Thanks everybody for being here. Sorry, I had to sneeze there. Thank you to Aunt Joy and Aunt Susan, Mandy Adams, BDF, Alex, Charlie and Lily and family, Mrs. Alex. Thanks for being here. Dean the Turkey Lexter, T. McNeil and Jupiter Brown, Jonathan Chung, Jason Thibodeau, Robert Sprite, Jane in Travels, Diz Our Dream, Dave Stragond, Adventures by D, Kazoo Man has the Infinity Gauntlet, and Michelle the Quilter. We really appreciate y'all being here. Let me see here if I missed anybody there toward the end. Oh, where'd Mom go? Oh no. Mom disappeared. Let's see if she comes back. I don't know what happened there, but she disappeared. Let's see if she rejoins. But again, just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Like Mom said, oh, she's coming back. Oh, she disappeared. Let's see. She's able to rejoin successfully here at the tail end of our stream. Wait for it. Maybe. All right. Well, I'll wait to see number pop up there again. Mom says, thanks, y'all. All right. Well, alrighty. I guess that's permission to end the stream. Let's see. But yeah, thanks everybody. May 4th is a lot of fun. It's great to have an annual celebration of Star Wars, and get to quote unquote geek out a little bit. We didn't even get into discussion on whether or not it's Revenge of the 5th or whether or not it's Revenge of the 6th. We didn't even get into that discussion. But anyway, May the 4th be with you. I hope you all have a great week. Hope you're all doing well. This is the way, and we have spoken, and may the force be with you always. And remember, at the Hitchhiking Bones YouTube channel, there's always room for one more, so please, Free back. Thanks, everybody. Again, hope you're doing great. And again, may the force be with you always. Bye, everybody. Have a great week, y'all.